So just decided to make this quick video. This is regarding this glitch, the weapon buff glitch. They call it. It's got a couple different names: weapon buff glitch, tumble buff glitch, weapon swap glitch. And so I was able to replicate it like a while back, long time ago, and then I dropped the game for a while, and then I got on yesterday, I think. I tried to do it again, and it spent like an hour or something trying it, and it didn't work. And so I did some more digging on YouTube and found out that sometime between the last time that I played and yesterday, this was patched. The only difference is, so before you were able to do it in a standing animation, but now you no longer can, so you have to crouch. If you don't crouch, it won't work. So the idea is this glitch allows you to buff non-buffable weapons, like Rivers of Blood cannot be buffed by anything. It can be buffed by incantation, it can be buffed by consumables, but this glitch allows you to do it. And the thing is that there is a lot of videos about this and how to do it, and some go in depth, some kind of beat around the bush, and some kind of do a mediocre way, but none of them really explain in depth, and there's a good reason for it. And this whole glitch, the best way to put it is that the reality it's a one frame requirement glitch, or 2 frames, or you know. I can't just tell you exactly how many frames it is. I don't have the device to tell me this, but it's very the best way of putting it. The glitch is not hard to perform. It's not easy to perform. It's fucking nitpicky. It's very nitpicky to perform, and once you realize how nitpicky it is, you pull it off once or twice here and there, but you really don't want to make this as your go-to for whatever reason, just because it's multiple reasons. Part of it is it's nitpicky to get. You could get it pre-boss fights, but once you're within the room with the boss, you won't. It'll be stupid to do that because you'll get annihilated before. And in general, even if this was easy to pull off, it'll kill the purpose. It'll kill the fun. Because I mean, if you're going, if you're choosing the cheating option, you should know it yourself it's not really satisfying. I mean, you wouldn't get any fun out of playing this game, since you'll be annihilating everything. Nothing will be able to touch you, basically. And some might argue that that's fun. No, it's not fun. It kills the purpose. But anyway, so the way to do it is you select the weapon you want to buff in your right hand, preferably in this slot. I think you could do it in other slots, but I suggest easier to put it in the first slot. And then you select the weapon you want to transfer the buff from in your left hand first slot. In this case, I'll just choose Dark Moon Greatsword, just because its animation is really, it's quite different and it's big enough. And the idea is, a lot of videos say you could use, a couple of videos say you could use an empty flask, and others say you could use boluses, which are consumables, and I was able to do it in both, and I can't really tell you if one is easier than another. Some believe there's a visual cue when you do the flask, some believe it's better visual cue when you do the boluses. I just use the flask because those are infinite upon resting at the grace, and boluses are not. You've got to, they're consumables, they're limited. And this might take a couple attempts to actually successfully replicate, but the idea is you would two-hand your left-hand weapon. You would drink your flask. Well, first you drink your flask, because it has to be an empty flask. So the idea is you drink your flask, and the best way to put it is, as soon as the game allows you to buffer in whatever next move that you want to buffer in, that's when you would want to buffer in your weapon art, which is L2. And as soon as you believe that that's when the game allowed you to do that, so you hit L2 and then you go to your inventory and immediately remove that Dark Moon Greatsword from there. There's a short window where the game would allow you to do that. And that's incredibly nitpicky, because it's not necessarily that if you do it too fast or if you do it too slow, those properties are there, but it's like, even if you do it right on time, it's very annoying to get it off. So it might take me a couple attempts. So here, I'm going to try it a couple times right now. In this case, I got lucky and I pulled it off in the first attempt. And here's another thing. I don't know if this involves any weapon that you want to transfer your buff from, but first, let's see. So it shows Rivers of Blood 696. That's one hand. I two-handed it. This is going to be at 702. So the buff actually worked because it added to the studs. But not only that, while you're buffed, it gives you these fucking crazy properties of a different weapon. It's like some sort of X. And you also retain the original Rivers of Blood moveset, which is pretty fucking crazy. I don't know why it did that, but right there it's 702, and as soon as that buff wears out, it's gonna drop. It should drop right there, 637. So it worked visually, and it worked actually mechanically based on the stats. So obviously it added more damage to Rivers of Blood. I got lucky. I got it on the first attempt. Let's try it again. See how many attempts it's gonna take me this time. Failed. 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 Success. It's fucking nitpicky, man. It's super nitpicky.